Okay, hello everybody, Gaming Tracks here, and welcome back to another StarCraft 2 game. As you can see, we're in Heart of the Swarm, and we have a Zerg versus Protoss in the upper middle hand side, I guess. We have Gregory playing as the blue Protoss, and in the bottom side, we have Tourist playing as a red Zerg. Now, anyway, this is a pretty good matchup. These are two gold level players, so we'll have to see what happens. So as you can see, both of them are just mining. Looks like Gregory is trying to distribute his probes so that they have the maximum efficiency, and here we go. We have the scout going out from Gregory. Looks like it's going to be moving down towards the base. He doesn't, of course, know where Tourist's base is yet. We're going to take a look, and here we go. Tourist appears to be scouting with his overlord right now. Very logical decision. Both of them actually deciding to take opposite routes, as Tourist goes around the left and Gregory goes around the right. So very interesting, and here we go, another overlord coming out from Tourist. Basically pretty standard gameplay. They're both mining, and here we go. We have an extractor going up right now from Tourist. Maybe he's not going to be doing an early Zergling rush. Usually you wouldn't put down the gas this early if that's what you're expecting. So if we head over here, we're going to take a look. We have the gateway going down from Gregory right now. He's going to be able to get out his zealots pretty soon, just in case there is an early Zergling rush. But here we go now. His probe gets into the main base. He sees the spawning pool going down right now. He also probably saw the extractor going up. Keep in mind, these are gold level players, so Gregory probably has an idea of what's going on. He probably knows that this is a late-ish extractor. He's not going to be doing a ridiculously early Zergling rush or any sort of cheese stuff like that. We're going to take a look at Gregory's base again. We do have a pylon going down, and then the forge going down right now just to finish this wall off with the probe. Sorry, with the probe there just to block off anything else coming in. And then as soon as this forge finishes, we should probably expect to see the cannon going down somewhere around here, just so that he has some sort of defense before this zealot gets finished making. Also, we do have the probe down here. He's going to be able to keep an eye on when Taurus expands over to his natural right there. And as you can see, Taurus is still working on Overlord production. We're going to take a look at the units made. We do have one zealot over here versus only 16 to 18 workers, I guess. If we take a look at the worker supply, Gregory is slightly ahead actually at 20 to 16, so somewhat surprising. I don't know. Well, I guess usually Zerg would have more, so it's a little bit surprising. But anyway, we do have the Roach Warren going down right now. We should be expecting to see some early Roach play. That means that's also most likely why we do have the extractor now. We're going to take a look at Gregory's base again, and as we can see, we do have the photon cannon over here. We have a pylon going up. We do have the cybernetics core going up right now, so we should expect to see warp gate research coming up. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird, guys. I am a little bit sick right now. Hopefully I'll be getting better soon. Anyway, the probe is going back and forth, still keeping an eye out, making sure that a Taurus does not expand to his natural. And here we go, the queen sees the probe and he decides he's got to take it out. Is the probe going to make it out? No, it looks like he's going down, and he loses that probe, but it's okay. He now has his two zealots. He could actually... Interestingly enough, I feel like if Gregory were to make a push with that one zealot earlier, he probably could have won the game or something, or done quite a bit of damage. But it would have been very risky, especially versus a Zerg who has strong early game potentially. So here we go. We do have Chrono boosting out the Stalker right now, and also the second Nexus coming out before Taurus Hatchery goes out. Gregory is actually dropping his second Nexus. Somewhat surprising. We should have seen a second hatchery come out by now from Taurus, and here we go. Taurus does decide to send in the Overlord. Looks like it's going to go down relatively quickly. He doesn't move it out. He does get a little bit of vision. We're going to take a look at what he's seen, and he has seen the cybernetics core. Of course, he saw that cannon. He did see the forge, but he really has no idea what's going on at the moment. He didn't see too much of the army. He didn't see the gateway there, so not too much information. Now, if we take a look, we can see that Taurus is building up his army, very heavy roaches already. He does have 5 roaches, and that's basically his whole army. We have absolutely no Zerglings, and here we go, some more Overlords coming out just to avoid the supply box. Still no second hatchery on this natural, which is very surprising, actually. Now, anyway, we do have 2 Stalkers and 2 Zealots here from Gregory, and we also have the probe just putting up some more pylons, and this Nexus is now nearly done, and finally we have the hatchery going down on the natural at almost 7 minutes. This is very late for this Zerg. I feel like I mean, it's not horrible, but I feel like at this point the Zerg should have had his hatchery down a little bit earlier, at least at 4 or 5 minutes. But it was just too late. Now, anyway, as you can see, Gregory is now able to start saturating his second base, whereas Taurus is still just working on building it. That's going to be a disadvantage. It's just going to put his economy a little bit behind. If we take a look at income, as you can see, it's 700, 800 from Gregory, 500 from Taurus. Gregory is just a little bit ahead in terms of income, and that's going to give him an advantage. We're going to take a look at production here, and as you can see, we do have Warp Gate research nearly done, so that should be coming out soon. We also have a sentry coming out that'll be able to force field the ramp here in case of any pushes, and that will give him a big advantage. Also, Protoss ground weapons level 1 going to give him another advantage. And finally, we do have a gateway going up, so a lot of production going down. We also have the hatchery almost done now from Taurus, still not quite, and he is spreading his creep around now. Going to be very advantageous just so that he can keep an eye on what's going on, get a little bit of vision. Also, we do have the Spire going up, so we should expect to see some sort of early Muta play, maybe. That's most likely why he got these two gases very early, both 3-3 saturated. So we do have a small battle going on down here. Very nice force field right there. These roaches tried to get in, but that force field appears to have stopped them. And here we go. They're coming back for another attack, but the force field is still there. There is no way they're going to manage to make it, and the force field goes. And here we go. All of these Protoss ground units look like they're going to be able to chase it, and there we go. He loses one roach, and the Stalkers decide to stop. We're going to take a look at... Oh, units killed 4-4, so looking very good. Workers killed 1, so actually this is very evenly matched up, and we're going to take a look at the supply. So still very evenly matched, so nothing too crazy going on. We do have the roaches moving back still. Taurus is spreading the creep, and here we go. He's now got some Zerglings, got more roaches. We're going to take a look at the units from each of them. It's 8 roaches, the 7 Stalkers, and a Sentry, also 4 Zerglings versus Zealot. This would be a very close fight. It would probably come down to Micro if they were to make an attack right now. So we do have this Zergling going out. Looks like it might be trying to get this Zelnaga in the middle just to get a little bit of vision before the creep gets out there. We're going to take a look at the production again, and as you can see, we do have the Twilight Council going down now. We don't know what to expect to see, but we should be expecting Blink Stalker play, especially versus Zerg. Blink Stalker is a very logical move. And here we go, the Zergling has taken the Zelnaga towers, so currently Taurus does control the middle of the map. And he will know when any sort of early push is coming. Well, not early anymore, I guess, but whenever any sort of push comes. And the creep is still being spread. He's just adding more creep tumors onto this. And here we go. We do have all of these Stalkers down here, and they are ready to fight anything. This is a pretty decent looking force right now. 11 Stalkers versus the 8 Roaches and the 4 Zerglings. I feel like this would still be a pretty even battle, but I think that Gregory has a small upper hand right now. Also, we're going to take a look at production, and as you can see, we do have Blink coming out. He's actually chrono boosting it out of this Twilight Council, going to try to get it very early. And here we go, we have an observer coming out of this robo just to get an idea of what's going on. And the Stalkers take out that Zergling in the middle just so that Gregory can get the vision, and now he has control of the middle of the map. This is basically whoever has control of the middle at this point in the game has a small advantage, just as of the fact that they know what's coming and stuff. If we take a look at Gregory's vision here, he knows where the creep goes up to. He has a pretty good idea. He can see that there's no third base expansion yet. We're going to take a look, and here he goes. It looks like he might be going into the main base. Is he going to go up that ramp? Oh, we can't tell yet. Oh, he's just sitting out there. I don't know what he can see. So he can't quite see. He can't see the Roach's army in there. And it looks like he's going to go for... Oh, and he finds a... Okay. I thought that there might be an expansion there, and then I realized there wasn't. So nothing there, and it looks like he might be pushing in right now, and here he goes, and he sees all the Mutalisks right there. Looks like Taurus has just made all of these Mutalisks some nice force fields there, but he ends up getting Stalkers on the wrong side, which is going to be a big disadvantage, and everything gets cleaned up very quickly by Taurus. Now he does have to warp in more units down here. Taurus has a big advantage. He has all of his Roaches, and now all of these Mutalisks, which are going to be very powerful right now, especially early game. He's going to take control of the center. Actually, he's going to go straight by it. Looks like he's going to go for an attack on... Looks like he's going to go for an attack, sorry. It looks like he's going to go for an attack on Gregory's main base. And here we go, more Stalkers being warped in right now. And everything is just sitting right outside of his base. Are these going to be able to make it through this wall off? This is a strong wall off. Also, with this Immortal here and all of these Stalkers, I can't be sure. I'm not sure if they're going to make it through. doesn't look like they are. It looks like these stalkers are going to be able to defend the main base, and everything is retreating. Here we go. These troops are going to move back. He did lose quite a good amount of troops, actually. Whoops, wrong one. So we're going to take a look. Units killed 19 to 18, so still very, very close. And here we go. The army is now retreating, moving back. And actually, Gregory is going to start moving out his army with just stalkers and immortals. Still very decent unit composition, I guess. And here we go. This observer is down here. He's going to be able to destroy the creep tumors, and they meet back up in the middle here. Looks like there's going to be a small battle. The observer comes in just in case it needs to help, but it can't really. And here we go. Looks like Gregory is going to try to take these out. Oh, it looks like, oh, there we go. Nice blink backwards, but it looks like Tourist has a big advantage right now. And are these stalkers all going to be done? It looks like these stalkers are not going to, oh, it looks like he's still trying to engage Tourist, but okay. That was just hugely favoring Tourist's army right there, and he needs to warp in, and he has more units down here by his base, but he still needs more if he is to take on this main army from Tourist. And here we go, the Mutalisks are flying around the side. It looks like Gregory had an idea as what was happening. He is moving his stalkers over to the side just in case the Mutalisk attack, maybe, because the Mutalisks are over here. It looks like they might be gearing up for an attack on the natural right now. He does have a mothership core. Potentially he could use photon overcharge if he needed to. Also, Also, Tourist does have a control of the center of the map again. So, oh, here we go. The Mutalisks are going in, and he sees the cannons. It looks like he's going to start moving back. Is he going to go in? He makes an attack on the pylon, but that is too many stalkers. He can't engage them with those Mutalisks. But he does have the rest of his army in the middle of the map, though granted... Gregory does have this observer right here. Sorry, sometimes I forget their names. Gregory does have this observer right here. He has a very good idea of what's going on. He can see the whole army right now. And the Mutalisks are now flying around. They might be trying to make an attack from the other side onto the main. Though that's not really going to work that well because there are two cannons right here. So not going to be too much help. We're going to take a look at production again. And as you can see, we do have 5 stalkers being warped in and also a bunch more gateways being created. So... yeah, looking good, looking good. Don't know what else to say because nobody's producing anything. So it appears everything has slowed down a little bit. It looks like Tourist might be expanding to another hatchery. Okay, so he has his 3rd hatchery. Is he going to expand to a 4th? Maybe not yet. These Mutalisks are over here taking out these destructible rocks for some reason. Not quite sure why. Apparently those were causing a huge problem for him. So back in the middle, as you can see, Tourist still has control of the middle of the map, except now, okay, so it looks like Gregory has done a very good job. He's built up his army. Granted, it does consist only of stalkers right now, and of course the all-important observer, which it is important, but just doesn't do any damage, obviously. But very heavy stalker play, and if we take a look, oh, we do have the Dark Shrine going up right now, so we should expect to see some Dark Templar gameplay very soon. And here we go, we do have more stalkers being warped in right now, going down to his main army. This might be moving out relatively soon to engage the force that Tourist has in the middle of the map, and he moves out. He still leaves one roach there just to maintain his vision of the center. And here we go, the army from Gregory going into the center of the map. Is he going to take out? Yes, he starts taking out these creep tumors, getting rid of the vision. The roach goes down. There we go. 2nd roach goes down, and here comes the rest of the army. Oh, but they didn't come. Oh, very nice blink. Oh, wow, he split round, surrounded the army, and there we go. All of those roaches just went down. Of course, he blinks in and takes out that. Looks like he's just going to get rid of those creep tumors down there just to get rid of any of Tourist's vision. Here we go. The creep tumors are all going to go down. If we take a look at production again, the Dark Shrine is nearly complete. And here we go. We do have the Infestation Pit. Also, 20 Zerglings coming out. This is a lot of Zerglings right now. We're going to take a look at the units. And he now has 42 Zerglings. That's a lot. That would definitely do a lot of damage against these stalkers, as of the fact that there are only 34 stalkers versus the 15 mutas, the 10 roaches, and the 42 Zerglings. That could be a huge disadvantage, but here comes 7 Dark Templar with 1 Zealot. Here we go, but these Dark Templar could do a lot of damage. I don't see any sort of overseers or anything with detection. That could be a huge problem. As soon as these DTs get here, they should be able to take out basically anything that's unprotected. And because there are no overseers, everything's unprotected. And here we go. Looks like there's going to be a big engagement. He blinks back a little bit, but is that going to be enough? There are a lot of Mutalisks right now, and also these roaches are doing a lot of damage. These are not upgraded units either. Well, there are 2. They're actually... they're at 2-0. So these are not fully upgraded units. These are going down very quickly. It looks like this engagement is going to be favoring Tourist at the moment, and Gregory should probably just blink out right now. He's not going to manage to take out too many more units, but he does manage to get, actually he manages to get rid of those mutas, and oh wow, is Gregory going to take this? And here comes some Zerglings to finish this up, and the Zerglings easily managed to clean everything up, but Gregory did do a lot of damage, and here we go, the DTs are harassing everything down here. The DTs are incredibly effective against everything, especially with no detection. These are going to cause a huge problem for Tourist right now. If we take a look, now granted that Gregory lost most of his army, these Dark Templar are going to do a lot of damage, and here we go, the Overseer comes in, so Gregory morphs the Dark Templar into Archons, but is it going to be soon enough? And it looks like, oh, the Archon just about gets taken out by the rest of Taurus' army there, and he appears to be maybe pushing out right now. That creep has been, for the most part, eliminated. Gregory did a very good job by taking out all of those creep tumors, getting rid of the vision there. Also, Gregory still has his observer in the middle of the map, so he'll know whenever anything comes. We do have a large army being amassed down here. More Archons coming in. He appears to be using Archons quite a bit. Very helpful, probably. Also, we do have more Stalkers, of course. We're going to take a look at the production here. More Dark Templars coming in. Now, we don't know whether these are going to be used for Archons or whether they're actually going to be used for some sort of harass. He does have one extra DT down here that might be used for more harassment or more battle, as of the fact that the Overseers right now, there aren't really enough Overseers for anything. And as you can see, Taurus is moving into the middle of the map now. He does take a look through the Zelnaga Tower, but then he decides to retreat, not quite sure why. And here we go. Gregory is now taking his third base, and this is going to provide a small advantage to him in terms of economy, just because he has most likely mined out both of these bases. Yeah, he's mined out his main, so he's going to have to take this. Actually, it's not really going to be an advantage. He really needed that. And here we go. Also, one thing to take a look at is we do have 4 Dark Templar. Oh, and we're morphing them into an Archon now. Also, 8 Stalkers. This is not the strongest army in the world, but these Archons are very powerful. These are going to be able to hold up very well. Also, he has an idea as to what's going on, and here we go. Looks like this army is going to take out the observer there, and now Gregory has lost his vision as to what Taurus' army is doing. Also, Taurus does have the Overseer, which is going to give him an advantage when he fights off those Dark Templar, and here we go. It looks like he's making an attack here. Is this going to be fended off? It looks like it will be. There are just too many units here by Gregory, and he's going to be able to warp in more as he needs them. Looks like he's warping in Zealots. And there we go. Looks like he's going to be able to take out the bulk of Taurus' army. And this Overseer might go down right now. It looks like it's very close. And there we go. The Overseer goes down. Now the Dark Templar are going to have a small advantage. I can't be sure, but I don't see any other Overseers. Yes, so that was Taurus' only Overseer at the moment. So, okay, looks like one's going to be coming out soon from that cocoon. But with the DTs right now, the 4 DTs could do a lot of harassment if you were to go in right now. Also, we do have another one coming down right now. These could be used either to morph into Archons, or they could be used for a little bit more harassment on the base, because as I said before, there are no Overseers at the moment. Oh, actually, okay, so Taurus did make the decision. He got 1 Overseer, going to be very helpful in protecting his army, especially because he does know that there are Dark Templar. And here we go. This is a very nice looking force from Gregory. It's going to take out that 1 Overlord there. And he might be pushing in from the left-hand side, and here come the Mutalisks. He's going to stay inside his main base, going to try to avoid engaging Gregory's army head-on. And here we go. Is he going to go in through the center? And it looks like he's avoiding that. He's going down to the other base down here. This is almost completely undefended. There are only a few roaches. These are all going to get taken out most likely. And here we go. The rest of the Taurus army is required to go down and save the base. So somehow Gregory managed to... he didn't really have an option. Taurus had to go out and protect this base here, because this was one of his main mining bases. But look, the DTs have managed to kill off all of the workers. All the drones are done. They're done. This hatchery might be going down here. Even if Gregory loses all of his units to these roaches, these Dark Templar have just done so much damage. There goes the hatchery. This is very, very bad for Taurus, as he has lost a lot of income there. Also, there is... oh, okay. So that Spore Crawler was providing the vision, but here we go. Now this DT is still running around, just able to harass anything. There are 2 observers there. It looks like there's going to be another army with more Archons coming down here. A lot of Zealots and Archons, that's basically it. Only 1 Overseer still. That would have been much more useful down there in terms of protecting his base. We're going to take a look at the income, and now Tourist has fallen behind in terms of income. We're also going to take it the units killed. Wow, 32 workers killed. These DTs just did so much damage. And it looks like, oh, he ran the roaches right into that one DT too early before the Overseer was able to get there. But he did manage to take it out with only one casualty, so not too bad. Now, Taurus just has so many minerals, they can't even spend them on anything. I mean, basically, he's working off of his 2 hatcheries right now. He needs to start producing units. We're going to take a look at the production, and he's getting 5 Ultralisks at the moment. 5 Ultralisks, and we're going to take a look at the production of Gregory, and it looks like he's getting out more Dark Templar. He now has 5 of them. Also, more Archons. Oh, he's actually morphing in almost all of his Dark Templar into Archons. He has a lot of Zealots. No Stalkers yet, so maybe he's going to stop with the Stalker gameplay. Here we go, the Observer's going back to the main base. This creep has been moved back very far. Gregory actually did a very good job of moving back the creep by destroying those creep tumors before. We're going to take a look at the army here. It's looking very good. If we look at Gregory's vision, he now has a clear idea of what Taurus' army looks like. It's basically it's a lot of Zerglings and Roaches, and here we go. Here come the Ultralisks. So Gregory sees the Ultralisks. He knows exactly what's going on, and it looks like that's going to go down the Observer. Oh, the Observer is still alive, and here we go. The army's pushing out with those Ultralisks, and they meet in the middle. But it looks like there are too many forces down here. Are these Archons going to be able to take out the Ultras? It looks like they might be able to. The Ultras just simply can't do enough damage on all of these Archons. They're going to be able to take out everything. And that is GG. The Archons end up winning the game with the help of the Dark Templar, who just destroyed Taurus' economy. That was a very good game, very competitive. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the game, please leave a rating, leave a comment, and also subscribe. If you have a good gameplay, feel free to send it to me, PM me with the game, and we'll definitely take a look at it, and I'll try to cast it if I can. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.